what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with Madden Monday. I'm kind of excited for this game because we're going up against the Washington Redskins, and both of us are 6-1 right now, which is the best record that you're going to find in the NFL. The only other team that is also 6-1 is the Giants. So one of us here is going to be having to fall to 6-2 and kind of losing, being up there in the top. But I don't know. We'll kind of see how this goes. I've been struggling the last few weeks here at Madden. I had that loss to the the Lions. See, I'm just in a baseball mood right now, you guys. Loss to the Lions. It was a pretty tough loss. Hopefully this doesn't end up being the case in this as well. I like to be able to get back into my groove with Madden, be where I like to be, but that just hasn't been the case for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to try to see if I can move the ball through the air. Hopefully that ends up working for us here. Because if not, I'm going to have to rely on Frank Gore, and he really hasn't been doing too well the last few weeks either. And I think that's kind of what's been giving me a hard time all around, is I haven't had Frank Gore kind of doing what he does best. But anyway, Rex Grossman here in the game for the Redskins. You can see he's got over 1,600 yards through the air. I'm going to have to try and defend against that passing game that Rex Grossman can utilize here against me. But anyway, getting things started here. First play of the game, Roy Halu going down. He's actually going to lose a couple yards on that one. Actually one, which isn't too bad. But Halu played for Nebraska. I know that Roy Halu can do some good stuff on the ground, so I got to be careful about that. This is the thing, though. The Redskins have got a lot of tools that they can utilize here in this game to get things going offensively. But I'm able to stop them here, so here comes Alex Smith. Doesn't have quite as many yards here as Grossman, but he does have more touchdowns. He's got a better completion rate. So I don't know. I'd say Smith is the better quarterback here when you take a look at those stats. Able to complete it up the middle to Davis, who's able to pick up 15 yards on that one. 1st and 10 once again. Going back into the pocket. Once again going to Davis. And one more time, getting a completion and the first down. All right, Frank Gore's first chance to get something done on the ground, and he's able to pick up a few yards there. I'm going to go ahead and try and throw it to Miller up the middle. This is one of my favorite plays to go with here. But this time it does not work out the way that I usually like it to go, as it's intercepted. I don't know anybody who likes to have it intercepted, though. So I guess probably wasn't my best comment right there. But anyway, that's going to really turn things around for me here and kind of detract any momentum that I had going on here early on in this game. And it's giving it all to the Redskins now. So they get a chance once again to put a drive together here, maybe getting some points off the board. My Xbox decides to glitch a little bit here and freeze, but Halu picks up 4 on that one. All right, 2nd and 6 here now after that. Halu is stopped behind the line. Thank you, defense, for making him lose 4. So he gains 4 and then he loses 4. 3rd and 10, going to be going with a passing defense style here as the Redskins throw it deep. Moss, oh my gosh, I hate it when the computer catches it like that. You know, where they get one grab, they swat it away, and then they're still able to come down with the catch. That's insane. 4th and 11 now here for the Redskins after that, and they're going to go ahead and punt. Pinning me back here. Well, actually, they kicked the field goal. I forgot to put that in there. Oh, well, you guys have seen a field goal here. It's 3-0. Sorry, guys. With everything that's going on here with the house and me painting, I'm not in the mood to really go back and edit it. So, tough bananas. All right. Like I said, 3-0. That's something important to remember here. We are in the second quarter now. Going to Hunter, who does a spin, gets hit, and loses the ball. But that's going to be a fumble that we're going to go ahead and recover. So it's not like too much harm is done on that one. We only pick up 4 yards where I would have had a first down. And that was a sweet move, but also an equally, if not more so, sweet hit. I deserve to lose it right there. All right, so let's try to see if we can make up for that here. Smith rolling out. A lot of green in front of him here. Dive forward, get the first down. So Smith getting some stuff done with his feet rather than his arm right here. So 1st and 10 now. Going the other way. What do you know? Green in front of me here too. I'm playing with fire, though. I probably shouldn't be running with my quarterback, especially with what happened in my NCAA dynasty here where I lost my starting quarterback for 7 weeks because I decided to do that. Going deep downfield. Oh, man. And the flag on the play. That's going to be holding. That's going to make it 1st and 20 for me here. Now, after a couple incomplete passes, we're looking at 3rd and 20. Got a lot of time. That was a bad throw. That is not where I wanted it to go, and that's going to make it 4th and 20. So no points on the board here for me after that drive. I've got to go ahead and punt, and the Redskins getting a chance to be able to, once again, get some stuff going on offense. And they do early. And this is one of the things that I find very frustrating is just how often the computer can thread the needle and make some ridiculous catch where I can't. So I try to go with the big hit here, able to pick up 6 on that one. So 3rd and 4 after an incomplete pass. Going to Halo again, who finds a hole and gets a first down. Oh, man, Halo's doing pretty good. Like, I knew he was good, but I didn't think he'd be this good in Madden. Because the thing is there seems to be a major shift between, like, or a major difference between the rookies and some of the guys in their primes. Finally, we get a sack. Thank you, defense. Oh, of course, computer. You don't want me to see the highlight. Give me the 2-minute warning. Anyway, 3rd and 15 here after that. Halo trying to run the ball here for the first down. Only picks up 1. That's going to make it 4th and 14. And they're going to be punting. So, wow. What a ridiculous catch. Intercepted. I got to try to put something together here before the end of the half. I have no points on the board right now. I am down 3-0. My offense has been terrible. My defense has been all right. I've only been able to stop them here when we're really close to the end zone. But completing that one here for 6 yards. Almost a minute left here. Now, I called timeout on that one here because the computer is really, really trying to run the clock down. Lucky that that one does not get past the first down marker, so 4th and 1. The computer is going to be kicking the field goal. There you go. 6-0. Now you guys got a chance to see a field goal on here. So 6-0 here. I'm going to try and see if I can go into the locker rooms here with some points on the board. So I've got less than a minute here. Smith going with the pass here to Gore. Now, luckily, because of this, I have some blockers, and I'm able to get out of bounds, and I get to the 45-yard line. All right, so still time ticking away. Smith throwing it. Gore not. Oh, he does catch it. We call timeout here, so 12 seconds left. That was my last timeout. So I don't know what I should go with right here, but with Smith, look at that. So much in front of him. I'm not going to go for the end zone. I'm going to try and get the field goal here, so I run out of bounds with 4 seconds left on the clock. All right. So, with this, looks like it's going to be good, and it is. A little more to the left than I would like, but that's okay. 1 second left on the clock right here, but we make it 6-3 going into the half. This is something I can definitely turn around from, so I'm not too worried. But when I look at my offense, I've got to stop the turnovers from happening. Now, granted, I know one fumble is not something that I could have really controlled right there. It was just one of those opportunities. It was a big hit at the right time when I was spinning. But, man, defense, I'm doing all right. It's just offense is doing terrible right now. I'm not able to get anything done, giving up way too many turnovers. I'm just not happy about it right now. So we'll make some changes here and see if the second half works a lot better for me. Now, I did kick at the beginning, so now I do get a chance to receive the ball here. And right from the outset, Smith, oh my gosh, he fumbles it. What was I just saying about turnovers? Yeah. Not something I want to keep happening, but first play, and we're looking at a turnover. Not cool. Not happy about that. Like, I'm really not. Anyway, so that's great field position here for the Redskins. Halo, a lot of green in front of him. Doesn't make it over the goal line here, but he is just barely behind it here. So 1st and goal, what do you know? Halo running it in, getting the touchdown. That was huge for me. So that's going to make it 13-3 here, unfortunately. So now I'm down by 10. 2 possessions here that I got to try and score on and make sure that the Redskins don't score on any possessions here as well. So let's go and run to the outside here with Frank Gore. Why? Because that works. What? Oh my gosh. I want to punch something, but I can't because that would be bad. I'm not going to, but man, I'm not happy. And it's one of those things, it's like, yeah, I know I don't sound happy right now, and I'm going back and I'm rewatching it, but if you can imagine what I was feeling like here during the video here while it was happening, while I was recording it. Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh, yes. Ah, I got tackled from behind. Make it to the 42 at least. That gives me some really good field position. So I guess I negated that last fumble here, but still. I don't know what's going on, but the Redskins are able to force the ball onto the ground here, able to intercept, my throws here when I thought I had a good shot. And I'm wondering if that's what's making them 6-1 here, is just having an incredible defense, because they're doing a great job against me here. No, that's not where I wanted to throw it. Shoot. 3 drives, or my first 3 drives here of the half, have ended up being turnovers. This is ridiculous. Now, this is one of those instances I really, really want to rage quit, but I'm not going to because it's not cool. Throwing into coverage here where there are 4 defenders. All right, 2nd and 10 for me here. Smith going to be going with the halfback screen, and I get sacked. Had to go ahead and throw across my body. That was my fault. I wasn't thinking about it here. Let's try and see if we can go with it again, since it looked like the computer was going to blitz. Blocking is just not there. Halu ends up losing 3, so 4th and an embarrassing 29 is what's going to end up showing here when I punt. Now stopping Halu here for a loss of 1. I got to keep going with this here. Now I've noticed that the Redskins are running a lot more than some of the other teams that I've gone up against, and that's kind of surprised me a little bit. Just stay on the ground, please, Grossman. Still 13-3 here. Redskins on top. Now a chance with me on offense. Getting it to Miller here with that pass up the middle, and I got to be careful about it because it looks like the computer is starting to adapt to that a little bit. All right, so now we're going to be going over to the right-hand side, try and see if I can find somebody open, and I'm able to find Davis, who does a sweet spin, breaks a tackle, and he's going to make it into the end zone for a touchdown. We're back to a 3-point difference now, as I'm able to close that gap here tremendously with that touchdown, and that's going to make it 13-10. But I tell you what, this was a great move by Davis here. You can see makes the catch, was pretty wide open here, does the spin, breaks the tackle, and that just gives him a little push that eventually gets him into the end zone. Gave him just enough to be able to make it there. So thank you, Redskins, for that one. Huge hit on Halu. Oh, man, that was a big, big hit. Surprised that one didn't knock the ball loose from him. But 3rd and 12 now. Of course, they're going to be going with the passing situation. Throwing it deep. And, of course, the computer comes down with it. Why? Because that's the 2nd time that they've done it this game and the 2nd time that they've made it. It just really frustrates me that the computer can do that all day, but I can't. All right, 2nd and 4 here now off of that 6-yard pickup. Now, the thing is with the Redskins in this position, they can do some damage and they can close this game because they already have 3 points here, or a 3-point lead. And if they go ahead and get a touchdown, of course, they're going to have a 10-point lead with 2 possessions here. And we are in the 4th quarter here with 4:15 left. That's going to be tough for me to do here. Halu running the ball here on 3rd and 12, making it 4th and 9. So this is okay, though, because I'm going to have to force them to go ahead and kick the field goal. So this is going to be a 6-point game, and I've got to drive to be able to get a touchdown. I'm going to try to see if I can milk the 3 minutes and 40 seconds that are left to try to make it so the Redskins have no time, basically, to come back. All right, so first and 10 here now. What? I cannot catch a break for the life of me. And the thing is this happening on the first play of every drive. I'm somehow getting the shaft, but 1st and 19 now. Trying to get it to Miller. I'm able to complete it here, and that was a lot closer than what I wanted it to be. So it looks like the computer is figuring this out. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try and roll to the right, but nobody is able to pick up that defender, and I end up getting sacked, so now it's 3rd and 20. This is embarrassing, you guys. I am so frustrated with my team right now. All right, 4 verticals. Doesn't work for me here because Smith overshoots Frank Gore. And I'd like to kind of translate what Frank Gore was saying right there, but I don't swear on my channel. He's probably really angry at Smith for overthrowing him right there because that would have been a 1st down. That would have kept things alive. But Washington is going to be running the clock out here, giving it to Halu. I'm going to have to call timeout. I'm with no timeouts left here. Giving it to Halu now. 4th and 10. And with the field position they have, this is going to seal the deal. 18 seconds, and I got to get 9 points. There's absolutely no way that is going to happen here. So I don't care too much. I'm going to go ahead and just give it to T.O., get some yards. And the clock is going to run down. So we are going to be the team that falls 6-2 here. But the thing is with as many turnovers as I had in this game, there's absolutely no way that you can win as a football team. So, not cool. All right, well, thanks for watching, you guys, here, even though this was a terrible, terrible game. I'm going to try to see if I can get some of the My Player videos up, but I can't promise it since I got to go to sleep here so I can paint the house early in the morning again. But at least I know I'll be able to get this up. But thanks a lot again, you guys, for watching. More to come, if not later, then tomorrow. But you guys are awesome. Subscribe if you haven't already. You guys can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, too, if you guys want to be in the know on what's going on. But seriously, dudes, thanks again for watching. And as always, I hope you have a good one.